Tottenham head coach Jose Mourinho and Spurs midfielder Dele have had clear-the-air talks and have found a very common ground. The club and players have given thanks to the NHS heroes, donating £100,000. Team news ahead of the Chelsea game. Giovanni Lo Celso will be out for another month. Harry Kane will be back either for the Everton game in the FA Cup or the Manchester City away game in the Premier League next week. And Joe Rodon hasn't been included in the Europa League squad. Welcome back to another video. I hope you're all keeping safe and well. Today is Wednesday, the 3rd of February. I'm going to go through all of the Tottenham news, all of the rumours and all of the reports from the last 24 hours. Before I get into it though, if you don't subscribe to the channel as yet, please do hit that subscribe button. Let's start the video by talking about an announcement from Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. It came out on midday today and it states that Tottenham Hotspur can announce it has donated £100,000 to North Mid charity needed to deliver a thank you initiative for North Middlesex University Hospital's heroic staff who have worked throughout the pandemic. Money raised has been taken from fines the club has issued to players that breach COVID-19 guidelines over the festive period. It also states on the club's website that this donation is the club's latest show of support for its local hospital, having worked closely together throughout the pandemic, including hosting antenatal services and drive-through testing at its stadium. North Mid staff will also be provided with gift vouchers as a much-needed morale boost during these challenging times. 4 games took place in the Premier League on Tuesday night. Yesterday, Sheffield United 2, West Bromwich Albion 1, Wolverhampton Wanderers 2, Arsenal 1, Manchester United 9, Southampton 0, and Newcastle United 1, Crystal Palace 2. At the time of making this video, 2 games have taken place so far in the Premier League. Burnley 0, Manchester City 2, and Fulham 0, Leicester City 2. 3 other games will take place later on this evening. Leeds United will take on Everton, Aston Villa will take on West Ham, and Liverpool will take on Brighton. Now, Tottenham, we have played 20 games in the Premier League so far this season. We have won 9, we have drawn 6, we have lost 5. We have a goal difference of plus 13. We have 33 points. We are now 14 points away from league leaders Manchester City, and we are now 11 points away from second place Manchester United. Great news for Tottenham. This is a report from the Independent newspaper, and they are stating that Tottenham boss Jose Mourinho expects Harry Kane to return from his ankle injury next week. The England captain suffered problems to both joints during the 3-1 defeat to Liverpool last Thursday, and Spurs feared the worst given his history with ankle injuries. But Harry Kane has made a quick recovery, and Jose Mourinho expects him to be fit to face either Everton in the FA Cup or the Premier League trip to Manchester City next week. Speaking in his press conference all about Harry Kane, Jose Mourinho said, good progress, he's happy with the progress, and of course we're happy too. We're very happy. We were scared when it happened, but next week we play Everton and Manchester City at the weekend. I believe for one of these matches, he should be back. Tottenham Hotspur have published an article on their website and it states that Hugo Lloris has joined an elite club of just 25 players who have played 350 games plus for Spurs. Club and French international skipper, World Cup winner in 2018, the goalkeeper hit the 350 mark in Sunday's Premier League encounter against Brighton Hove Albion. He's the first since Aaron Lennon back in 2014 and Jermaine Defoe back in 2013 to make it to 350. Signed from Lyon back in the summer of 2012, Hugo initially had a battle on his hands to dislodge Brad Friedel from the number 1 spot, but he took over in November 2012 and hasn't looked back since. Some very sad news. It was announced yesterday that the inspirational captain Tom Moore had passed away, aged 100. Tottenham striker Harry Kane said, very sad to hear this news as he was an inspirational man who did so much for others. My thoughts are with his family and friends. On Thursday evening, Tottenham Hotspur host London rivals Chelsea in the Premier League at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It would be fair to say that it is a must-win game, especially after the performances and results of late. On the club's website today, it says that the news may be positive on Harry Kane, but Jose Mourinho will not have any of his injured players back for the derby against Chelsea at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on Thursday evening, 8 p.m. kickoff. Jose is hoping that Harry Kane will return next week after suffering ankle damage against Liverpool. He remains sidelined though, alongside Sergio Reguilon, Dele and Giovanni Lo Celso. Tottenham head coach Jose Mourinho was speaking after training today, and he said that Harry Kane is still out, but I'm very positive that next week he should be back. That is not being ultra optimistic, it is just a normal evolution. Sergio Reguilon is still out, Giovanni Lo Celso is still out, probably one more month, and Dele a few more days, but no one is coming back for this match. But he then also said that Serge Aurier is fine, he's the only player to come back into the group. In the last 24 hours, the Tottenham Hotspur women have announced a couple of fixture updates. On the club's website, it states here, our Barclays FA Women's Super League fixtures at home to Everton and away to Reading have now been rescheduled. The Everton fixture, postponed last month, has a new date, while the trip to Reading has been moved from its initial date of Wednesday the 17th of March to take place 3 days earlier. Details of both matches are as follows. Both games will be available to fans to view online via the FA Player. The Everton game will be at the Hive, 2 p.m. kickoff on Sunday the 28th of February, and the Reading away game will now take place on Sunday the 14th of March at the Majestic Stadium at 12:30. There have been so many media reports covering this story today. This one is from the Daily Star, and it states that Dele Alli's Tottenham future decided after clear-the-air meeting with Tottenham head coach Jose Mourinho. Dele Alli held clear-the-air talks with Jose Mourinho on Tuesday after failing to secure a loan move away from Tottenham in January, and the Spurs boss has revealed they found a very common ground. The report then states that Jose Mourinho insists there is a way back for Dele Alli at Tottenham after holding crunch talks with the midfielder on Tuesday night. Dele Alli, 24, has been frozen out by Jose Mourinho this season, featuring just 4 times in the Premier League and another 8 times in the Europa League, Carabao Cup and FA Cup matches. The Spurs midfielder almost looked certain to be heading out of North London on loan in January, with former boss Mauricio Pochettino reportedly keen to bring him in at PSG. However, in the end, Dele Alli failed to secure a temporary move away from Tottenham and will instead stay put until at least the end of this season. Jose Mourinho subsequently held clear-the-air talks with the player on Tuesday to check on his welfare and thrash out their differences. And after finding a very common ground in their conversation, the Portuguese boss has stressed how much Spurs need Dele Alli to rediscover his best form. Jose Mourinho, speaking in his press conference ahead of the Chelsea game, of course, tomorrow night, he said about Dele Alli, he needs to recover from his injury, he needs to be back to training, and he needs to have a fresh start, because in the last few weeks he couldn't even train. So that's the most important thing. Jose Mourinho then said, I had a good conversation with him yesterday, we spoke about this, and I think we found some very common ground. It is an important period of the season for the team, and also for him. We need him, we need a good Dele Alli, and we are just waiting for him to be back to normality, to training with the team. It is not just Dele, there is also Harry Kane and Giovanni Lo Celso. We are speaking about players that without all three, we miss a little bit of creative magic around those attacking areas. Jose then went on to say, so we need him back, and I made that very sure to him. A conversation doesn't make miracles. A conversation doesn't put a player in great form or without any limitations in terms of fitness. But I believe the conversation was maybe the extra motivation he needed to be back as soon as possible and to become available for the team. We play Europa League very soon, and we are in the Premier League every week playing a couple of matches. Jose Mourinho then went on to say, we're also in the FA Cup next week, but I don't think he will be in time for that one. We have a final to play in April, so we need a good Dele Alli back. When physically he is ready, I believe he will mentally be in a good place to go for it. A report was published earlier today by the Evening Standard, and they are stating that Tottenham defender Joe Rodon left out of Europa League squad despite breakthrough. Jose Mourinho has confirmed that Joe Rodon will remain ineligible for the Europa League knockouts despite breaking into the Tottenham first team. Spurs have 18 non-homegrown players, which is one more than UEFA's allowance for European competitions. Joe Rodon, Paulo Gazzaniga and Loney, Gedson Fernandes were all left out of the 25-man squad for the Europa League group stage, but Gazzaniga joined Spanish side Elche on loan on deadline day, whilst Gedson Fernandes was recalled by parent club Benfica. Spurs face little-known Austrian side Wolfsberger in a 2-legged last 16 tie this month. Centre-half Joe Rodon, 23, has started the last 3 Premier League games, but asked if he had been added to the Europa League squad on Tuesday's deadline, Jose Mourinho said, "We didn't. It was a hard decision, but a decision where we wanted to show respect for the group. We wanted to show respect to the people that started the competition." Thanks for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do put all of your thoughts and comments in the comment section below on everything I've spoken about in today's video. Don't forget to put your score prediction in the comment section below as well for the London derby tomorrow night, Thursday evening at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, 8 p.m. kickoff, Tottenham v Chelsea. Surely it is a must-win game. Surely Tottenham have to give absolutely everything and get those 3 points in the Premier League, put a smile back on all of our faces and get that morale boost back up. Anyway, if you don't subscribe to the channel as yet, please do hit that subscribe button. A lot of people watch this channel on a regular basis and don't subscribe. So if you can just click that subscribe button, I'd be very, very grateful. Stay safe and well. I'll see you on the next video. Fingers crossed that Tottenham can get the 3 points in the Premier League. Until the next video, come on you Spurs.